Good evening. Welcome to Morty's Diner, and this is Morty. Big show tonight. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Have you noticed that the Australians they all repeat things 3 or 4 times? Yeah, and some other people. Lots to talk about. Yep, lots to talk about. Hey, I mean, lots to talk. Big things to talk about. Lots to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. I don't know what that's about. Okay, hello there, Slurms McKenzie. Apparently, Slurms McKenzie has a really big show coming up pretty soon. I don't remember what the day and time is, but I saw the notification thumbnail. So everybody's going to be watching that, I'm sure. Bradley, good evening. If there is ever a meetup in Fucktown, I'd like to go to that one. Ha ha. I think that would be a big one. Yeah. There's the information for Cash App and Ko-Fi if anybody would like to support Morty's Diner channel. Good evening, Boris. I'll go if I can wear a disguise. Sure. Okay. Very good. Hurricane. Good evening. Morty, is Dr. Pepper older than Coke? Interesting question. I think Coca-Cola, well, I don't know. Without researching it, I'd say Coke is older than Dr. Pepper, but I don't know. Herman Ingram, good evening. I'll take the pork sandwich with extra pork, shellfish on the side. Sounds good. And then is that for here or to go? Hello, Mega Valued. Is Governor Tina Kotek on the Penance list? Well, we'll talk about that coming up soon. But she's not on the Penance list. She's on the communist enemies list. Incompetence list. Jimmy, good evening. Wow. Today, there was a lot of blasting activity. Really, today? All I saw today was I saw a bit of the Docs Report show, which I will talk about briefly, concisely, tersely. Pork is God's protein. Hey, works for me. There's the invite link. If anybody would like to join the panel, talk to Morty and the audience. We can talk about anything, basically. System of a Clown. All roads lead to Portland. Well, if you're looking to get a nose ring, tattoo, surgery, a bone in your nose, trash can lids in your earlobes, all the dope you can smoke and snort, and and so on, then yeah, I guess so. Okay, Herman Ingram. If you don't eat pork, you are a problem. Okay, we got pork content tonight. Very nice. Okay, so where do we start? Let's start with the Docs Report show I saw earlier today. That comment that was just up here, that there was some blasting going on today. Where was that? From Jimmy. I'm not aware of any blasting. I only saw a bit of the Docs Report channel. I don't know what else happened today. By the way, I did see yesterday on what was probably the Horology Dungeon channel, major Olympic level blasting between our friend Jock in Dubai and Easy Company in Vietnam. Holy cow. I came in to the show while that was in progress. I don't know the origination of the feud or the blasting. It was something. I don't know how it resolved. I'm not involved in it at all. Of course, I'm not involved. Of course, of course, I'm not involved. I'm not involved. Of course. And wow, it was something. And I think JBJB was on that panel and maybe another person. I don't recall. But if the dungeon is still up from yesterday, check it out. It was major league blasting, I'll tell you. Hey, System of a Clown, $20 channel support, super chat. Here's to a face glazing, gootastic show. Thank you so much, System. System, thank you very much. I want to thank you, System. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Herman Ingram, here we go. Happy, peaceful, serene Herman. Jock is a nut job. Well, I would say that to his face. Don't tell it to me here. Okay. And Dirk Diggler. Hello, Dirk Diggler. All right. We got, hey, 21 viewers. Everybody, please consider a thumbs up. I'm going to do that right now. Thumbs up is like, thumbs down is dislike. Either way, please show a little bit of free support for the channel. 21 people and 4 thumbs up. Oh, it's so depressing. It's depressing. It's so depressing. It's just depressing. 5. All right, let's get to the content here. And Dirk Diggler, good evening. Good to see you. All right. Well, where do we start? So that was yesterday's dungeon. I watched Doc's report show today, and he said, if you hate a hater, you're a hater. That's a Doc's original. If you hate a hater, you're a hater. And that's not true at all. It certainly can be true, but it's not true in this case or in my situation. And let me give a couple analogies. And these are just analogies, illustrative examples. I'm not, they're just illustrations. It's the 1930s in Nazi Germany. Let's say 1933. All right. And you're a German citizen, and you're telling everybody you know these Nazis are hateful, despicable people. They're going to destroy our country. There's going to be a war. This guy is a maniac. The henchmen he's assigned on his team, they're all psychotic lunatics. These people are sick. We've got to stop them. We have to fight back. We have to get rid of them. Okay. Now, somebody would say, that guy's a hater. But he's not a hater. He's talking about the haters, okay? The haters who want to kill, destroy Europe and the world, okay? So the people who are saying that are not haters. They're speaking out for freedom, liberty, justice, and a great Germany that's free and safe. They're not haters. They're patriots. They're trying to save what's good. Okay? So, I mean, they're not haters. Now, yeah, you could say they hate the people who are taking over the country and are going, and they know because they're smart and are aware that they know the country is going to be destroyed and the world, but they're not haters. They're pointing out the hate. Paul Revere was not a hater. He was a patriot, alarming the citizenry because of patriotism, love of people, love of the country and the people there, and to protect people. Did he hate the British? Or yeah, of course. Did he dislike the British, resent the British? Of course. But he's not a hater. Neither was George Washington or any of the colonists who fought in the American Revolution. They're not the haters. They're the patriots. They're people standing up for freedom, liberty, peace. Okay, I think I made the point, if people understand what I'm talking about. Okay. General Shotty. Okay, you've been promoted. Hello, Shot. Channel member. Loose Tooth. Loose Tooth. DOS Face Blast. Okay. Is it there, D or DOS Face Blast? We got to get that correct. Hurritan. Morty, would you say Christian Slater has more talent than Robert Downey Jr.? Would you say Christian Slater has more talent than Robert Downey Jr.? Well, I don't know which one has more talent, but Christian Slater, in my opinion, is the better actor, capable of much more depth in his performance. I'm not a Robert Downey fan. So there's your answer. And that was worth $1.99 for an original question with original answer. But I won't get it because this is Morty's Diner. We don't get... we just get blasted. We don't get the support. Okay. Doc's report. Another comment on Doc's show today. 20 viewers. Thank you all very much for watching. Jimmy, Christian Slater drinks Dr. Pepper. Downey drinks Coke. Okay. Another thing on the Doc's report I heard was he went ahead and compiled just a very quick compilation of a list of the wealth, the net worth of the millionaires who are watching these shows. And he included himself and, that AD Never Calling guy and Aussie Expat and a bunch of others. He just roughly put it together quickly. He put it together quickly. I mean, it was quick. He put it together quickly. And he's naming numbers like Aussie Expat, 6 million, Doc's Report, 2 million, AD Never Calling, 3 million, Hurricane, 3 million. It was something like that. That's not a verbatim reference, okay? I thought that was very tacky and low class. Why identify people in these channels by if you know or don't know or speculating about someone's actual net worth? That is really tacky, isn't it? Tacky. Now, if Docs wanted to say, well, we got a lot of wealthy people in these shows and a lot of paupers like Morty. Well, yeah, that's fine. But to identify people and speculate about their public wealth and net worth, I found that tacky. It was tacky. It was tacky. Okay. And that's comment there. And then there was some assorted jabs and hate in Docs's chat, but it, sad. Sad people. Okay, General Shoddy. I like Dr. Pepper more than Coke. Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm not a Dr. Pepper guy. I haven't had a Dr. Pepper since the 80s. Dirk Diggler. It was pretty tacky. It was pretty tacky. Yeah, tacky. It was pretty tacky. I'm turning into an Australian. Okay. I'm turning into an Australian. Shark. That's how you say shark in Australian. Shark. If you can say that, then you can speak Australian. Shark. There's a shark. Look out for that shark. Okay. All right, that's enough of the Doc's Report commentary or content. Okay. Hurricane, a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Wealth is in happiness, Morty, not in the C notes. Well, first, thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Wealth is in happiness, Morty, not in the C notes. What about in the Bitcoin and gold and stock certificates? But I understand what you're saying. Wealth is in happiness. Well, wealth is in health and happiness. That's correct. But nobody here talks about that. It's all about money and Rolex and insults. All right, let's move on. 23 viewers. Thank you all very much. Gonna have some water. Pushing the water. Jimmy, Tan is right. Jacks don't do notes anymore. No happiness. Yeah. Oh, I got the psychopath was blasting away because Jax appeared on my show recently, but that was to be expected, which was very funny. Also because Pasta, our friend Pasta, was on the show, the last show, and he offered me a wager, $100 for something. I don't remember exactly what it was for, but my response, even though I knew it was a sure thing, it was a sure thing. It's a sure thing. I'm not a wagering kind of guy, okay? But he offered me a $100 wager if this or that happens or doesn't happen. And I said, well, I mean, it was a sure thing. But I said, no, I don't really have 100, and I'm not a wagering kind of guy. The next day I got some messages. You should have taken that bet. You would have won that $100 from Rufus. I'm sorry, Rufus, not Pasta. Not Pasta. I'll take that. It was Rufus. And the comment said, you should have taken that bet. You would have gotten 100 from Rufus. And yeah, of course. But, who am I to pick on Rufus? He's got, whatever. Okay, Rufus. Yeah, Rufus. Rufus has a friend over there at the asylum. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Hurricane. Okay. By the way, people are saying I would spread my cheeks if Hurricane gave me $1,000. I would spread my cheeks for Hurricane for a blast. I'm not spreading cheeks for anybody. Those other people, they're the butt cheek spreaders, not me. If I did say anything like that, obviously it was in reference to blasting humor. If you want to know about prison love, it's and spreading cheeks. That's that's over there, not here. As you can guess, prison love, sucking the big BNC. That's what they do. That's what he said. I'm not making it up. But okay, we will be having psychopath content coming up shortly. It's going to be well prepared, well executed, and entertainingly delivered. There'll be special psychopath shows all about psychopathy. That'll be coming up soon. I hope you can all catch that. Yeah, very good. All right, let's move on. Let's change the picture. As by the way, the invite link is up. Just saying. Hello to the viewers. There's our representative viewer, and this guy, right? One or the other. That's who's watching the channel, or all the channels. All right. Yeah, despite what you hear from psychopaths, sociopaths, and paranoid schizophrenics out there, the truth lives at Morty's Diner. It's just true. It's a fact. It's a fact. Believe it or not, what you hear here is factual. What you hear elsewhere is bullshit. And as the quote, as you hear that Docs plays, just make it up. But it's just make it up. Just make it up. Who cares? Just make it up. Okay. The big Portland meetup. Okay, I'm going to talk about the big Portland meetup. All right. There'll be no prison loving, no prison relationships at the big Portland meetup. Full details will be coming soon about the big Portland meetup. So stay tuned closely to the channel for the big details about the big Portland meetup. That's Mount Hood in the picture. That's just beautiful. You can see that from the city of Portland if it's a clear day. It's stunning, breathtaking. Okay, let's continue with the pictures. Oh, first, let's check the comments. You know what's missing besides any content or quality? It's music. Music in the background. Very nice. Okay. Jimmy. Oh, what's this? What's this? Tan is right. Right. Okay. Dirk. Wealth is in a Hulk issue 18, grade B. Well, okay. Jimmy. Morty, I appreciate your information today on the genesis of the phrase, I'm the poor. Yeah, you see, Docs doesn't understand that. There's a major epidemic out there, or not epidemic, whatever the word is. You know, I didn't get past third grade. I can't think of the word. But there's a major lack of education in many viewers in that they have no concept of parody and satire and storytelling. Okay. I recommend Jonathan Swift, Robert Benchley, and early Mad Magazine to understand parody and satire, you know, and storytelling. Just saying. Anyway, if you don't know who those people are, look them up. Satire is not hate and viciousness and gay love. Parody, satire is something that's a creative, something that requires a creative talent. Okay, let's continue on here. Yeah, so when I was saying I'm the poor, I only started saying I'm the poor, send money now, when Watch Nicholas admitted some months back, whenever it was, 3 months, 4 months, I don't remember. He said, I don't need them. This was Nicholas. I don't need the money. I've got my own fun money. I just like to have fun with with other people's money. It was something like that. But he did say, I don't need the money. I don't need the money. I have money. I like to have fun with the money, with the other people's money. So when he said that wrapped up for good when he was always saying for a year or two or three, I'm the poor, meaning himself. Watch Nicholas. I'm the poor. Send money now. Well, he announced he's not poor. He's got the money. Then he lost 3 yacht masters, and he plays Bitcoin in the stock market and all that, shitcoin, Shiba Inu coins and all that stuff. So he's got the money. So when he's no longer was using the I'm the poor, I thought, well, I'll use that to highlight the I don't want to use the word grifting. I'll use that to highlight the nature of the Watch Nicholas channel for having said, I'm the poor, send money now, when he was rolling in money, which he said. So now when I started using that, all of a sudden, immediately the next day, I'm a grifter. You see, people are sick. All the people out there, with a couple exceptions, they're all sick. Okay, and full of hate and viciousness. System. So that's why I'm saying it. I'm saying it as I'm parodying Watch Nicholas. For the years he was saying, quote, I'm the poor, send money now. Incredible. All right. System. Shame on docs for not producing a, quote, top poors list. Okay. Jimmy. Mad Magazine, Spy versus Spy was awesome. Well, that goes back to the 60s and 70s. And that was outstanding material. Parody, satire, not viciousness, hate, anal blasting. Totally different. Bradley, I only use the like button to bookmark a video for later review. I do enjoy all the live streams from the Archieverse. Maybe this could account for the low number of likes. More love, less hate. Well, why don't you, that's fine, but why not consider, I'm not saying you should, I'm saying, why not consider using the bookmark feature up on the top of the computer, and bookmark a page you like for the future reference, and give a channel host a thumbs up or a thumbs down to support the channel or to disapprove of the channel. Just saying for your consideration. Okay. Any questions? No questions. No questions, no panelists. Amazing. All right, I'm going to have another glass of water. I was out most of the afternoon. Probably walked about 3 miles. It was very cold today. We had some sleet. We had some sleet. It was sleeting. We had some sleet. I didn't see any shocks, but there was some sleet. There's a snow alert for tomorrow, and the weather app says expected snowfall for tomorrow, no joke, 0.01 inch. They actually report that up here because snow up here is not out by Mount Hood or out of the city, but in the city area. I mean, it just doesn't snow up here. So if there's going to be 0.01 of an inch of snow predicted, they blast that all over the news stations and the weather apps. Unbelievable. 0.01 inch. All right. Let's change that prison love background there. Let's put up a little something different. Prison love. There's got to be a song. Maybe I can write a song about prison love, prison sex, prison blasting. Prison blasting, baby. Yeah. Yeah, there he is, trying to escape from his straitjacket. Good luck with that. Yeah, incredible. He'll never get out of that. Okay. All right. Amazing. All right. So what else? Okay. So that's the Portland Meetup, the big Portland Meetup. There'll be news about that coming very soon, about the big Portland Meetup. All right. Next picture. Where is it? Here we go. Mount Hood is beautiful. I mean, I've gone out there quite a number of times, up to the very top. Well, not the very top, but yeah, I've been out there. It's gorgeous out there. The Penance list. The Penance list was a fantastic idea I came up with, an original content idea. It blasted everyone into shape. Everybody was talking about it on all the channels. All the nice guy channels, all the hater psychopath channels, all the NPD channels, all the sociopath channels, narcissist channels, schizophrenic channels, all the channels. Everybody was talking about it. And as I said from the first day I put it up, and I don't expect anybody to do penance for readmission to the diner. That was never the point. No one's going to do 450 or 2,000 or 5,150. No one. So it wasn't about the money. It was about making a point and showing where things are at with Morty on the Morty's Diner channel. All right. Today I'm announcing, Bradley, $2 super chat. Thank you very much for the channel support. Bradley, thank you very much. Slurms bought some Velcro sneakers today. Congratulations. Enjoy them. Fantastic. Yeah. Boris, the Penance list is piss bowl famous. It's not a piss bowl. It's a cesspool. It's a toilet bowl. Jack's rant notes, Doc's reports metrics on money made. It's a good mix of stuffs. Oh, you think? Okay. Well, very nice. Yeah, everybody loves hating on the Penance list and hating on Morty. The haters hate on Morty regardless, but it just gives them more time to waste and spew out their hatred and blasting, material. They're blasting fluids into the verse, Unbelievable. These people think they're the trolls. They're the trolls. They're the master trolls. I'm the one pulling the strings. They respond to everything I put out there. I put something up and they respond. It's Pavlovian. I push the button and they blast. I come up with another idea. I push the button. They blast again. They're not the trolls. They don't have my level of capabilities, intelligence. It's laughable. Oh, yeah, Bob is at 450. Well, today's news about the Penance list. Over the last 2 days, I've been thinking about the Penance list. I did have a conversation with Rufus last time he was on the show. I think it was 2 nights ago. He was very, very not fascinated, just deeply involved, consumed with the Penance list, and especially for Dr. Bob. And he was really, repeatedly, like an Australian, he was repeating it like 20 times that night. Take Dr. Bob off the Penance list. Take Dr. Bob off the Penance list. And I told him, well, I'll take that under advisement. And of course, the haters were saying, he's not doing anything. He's not going to change. And even JB said, well, no, wait a minute. If Morty said he's going to kick it around, if Morty said he's going to think on it, give him a shot, give him a day or two to think on it. See, so that was reasonable. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. If I say I'm not going to do something or anything, then I won't. Pretty simple. Okay. So I've been thinking about it the last 2 days. The truth is, I've been thinking about it for quite a while. I've had the Penance list. Yes, that's correct. Morty now master of puppets. Well, I don't know about puppets, but cum guzzlers, yes. Okay. I tell them when to come and when not to. I tell them when to guzzle, when not to, and they do it. But they don't know that I'm telling them to do it. I push the button and they do it. You see, it's just incredible. Okay. They're the one folding the laundry. I'm not the laundry folder. You got it? Okay. Morty now master of puppets. An arch villain in the League of One Adrian Toombs. I don't know who that is or what that means. Slurms, I hope Rufus joins the panel for another 5 hours today. Yeah, you see, the thing about Rufus, I got some comments about that from Rufus via email and other shows from his appearance 2 nights ago. Rufus, he's an expert on the topic with absolutely no knowledge or the most minimum knowledge of or concept of the history. So he's an automatic expert, but he lacks the history, the perspective, and the knowledge, the direct knowledge, you see. And that's it's typical of many people on the YouTube who are experts about everything, and they lack the knowledge, the education, the training, the perspective, the wisdom. They immediately have to blast out their comments and opinions based on empty knowledge, no expertise. I have the expertise here, okay? Because I've seen all this shit. He hasn't, or whomever else would be in a similar position. Yeah, Pasta's a nice guy. He's not as nice a guy as I am. I mean, he doesn't have a song written about him. I do, you know. But he doesn't get it. But he's very happy over at the franchise club, and that's nice. Very good. Okay. Davey Smalls, channel member. The franchise grub did 10 hours last night, early this morning, and he's back at it again tonight. Oh, really? Well, when I began to set up my show, I looked and I didn't see any thumbnails. So what can I tell you? All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Well, can you imagine having enough money to really live it up? And all you do is stay home in your wheelchair, blasting and hating and spreading viscountness 12 hours a day plus on the YouTube. Can you believe that? Okay. Hurricane, would you consider a $5 super chat? Thank you so much, Hurricane. Would you consider, quote, that guy to be the Moriarty to your Morty? No. No, he's the BNC swallower. That's who he is. He admitted it. Okay. I'm not making it up. He admitted it. You know, we'll be playing that. Okay. That's why he picks on everybody. It's all projection. Projection. That's why he calls everybody gay and suck a cock. Go suck a cock. That's because he's filled with the inner torment of what he's done. But okay, and this is what he said. Okay. Gampers. But he was hanging out with Sabato. I don't know what that means. All right. Thank you again, Hurricane. Thank you. Slurms. Shroom coined the term franchise grub, by the way. Could be wrong, though. Well, very good. The franchise grub. Jesus. Incredible. Davey. Yes, you did, Slurms. Jimmy. Cock talk. Yes, all cock talk. What's wrong with these people? Well, I can't answer that question. A lot of them are very, very sick. Diagnosed psychopathic, sociopathic, paranoid, schizophrenic, and on and on and on. Very sick, very troubled, psychological issues all over the place out there. Ads, I don't know what the ad thing is. If they're playing ads on my show, I don't even get a penny. You know, I get a penny, maybe, 1 cent. I don't know. All right, so about the penance list. So I'll tell you what. Now, one guy absolutely flipped. Eddie Never Calling absolutely flipped out, and he was saying on the Doc show, Morty doesn't understand. He just looks at everything black and white. Morty doesn't see any gray. This is ever since a month or two ago. It's been building up even longer. Eddie Never Calling goes on all the other channels and this one, and he just hate Morty contents, Morty insults, Morty put downs, Morty hate, Morty lies, Morty insults, vicious Morty comments. And I kept saying to him, knock off these comments. Stop with the fucking put downs. Stop with the insults. Stop it. I don't want to turn on the computer and just keep seeing these Morty put downs from someone who's supposed to be, my quote friend, YouTube friend or friend. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Knock it off. And I went on for months saying, knock off these comments, the insults, the put downs, the sick, twisted insults. So there was plenty of gray area. There was months of gray area saying, knock it off. Stop with this shit. What's wrong with you? And he wouldn't stop. It's like the crappy is dead. He just can't stop. He can't stop. The guy can't stop. All right. So I fucking had enough. I don't want to, turn on a show, my show or another show, and there he is. Oh, Morty. And he just doesn't listen. The man doesn't listen. He wouldn't listen. I like this. Repeat everything 3 times. Okay. So I put him on the penance list. I'm sick of it. He's saying, oh, I don't see any gray. I'm so fucking black and white. I gave him months. Stop it. And even when he did crap, when he created and promulgated the crappy is dead, that went on for half a year to a year. He kept it going, making up stories. Oh, I was out on my lawnmower mowing the lawn, and I heard someone on the Archie show inside the house saying, "Oh, Crappy's dead." And I went running in the house to hear what was going on about Crappy. Crappy died. Oh my God, I didn't know that. I was out on the lawn doing the lawn mowing, and I heard that. I ran. He just makes these things up. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with these people? Well, many things, everything. I don't know. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So I put him on the penance list, and man, did he flip out. He went running over to the blaster and continued on the warpath, to use the word he used. That really set him off on, quote, on the warpath. And he cozied up to the blaster, and he's over there sucking sucking away on the blaster, and he's enjoying himself over there. But he just keeps spreading the hate comments and the viciousness and the lies and the put downs, insults, put downs. What's wrong with him, and what's wrong with those people? Okay, campers, this is a very high energy Morty. How many ghosts you ripping tonight? Well, I was out walking. I did about 3 miles of walking, so I got some oxygen in my brain, and I got my body moving and active, and yeah, so I'm in a good place right now. Dirk Diggler, I appreciate that you only have a 2-second delay versus Lex's 45-second message delay. Yeah, Doc's report had like a 45 or 40-second timer on the chat. You have to wait another 45 seconds for a chat comment you can post. That was annoying. I have it set, I think, for 10 or 15 seconds, because there are people out there who want to blast the channel and create havoc and chaos and hate. So the 15-second or whatever delay is helpful in that regard. Thank you, Dirk. Nate, you can only try your best. Loose tooth. Yeah, loose tooth. Have you seen AD's thumbs? Yeah, he exhibited his thumbs on this show. He played the drums on this show. The blaster stole the content from my channel, and he plays it on his channel. You see, well, we're going to talk more about psychopathy coming up soon with, it's going to be really, really great. Stealing, theft, thievery, no respect for persons, properties, or other person's property, people, things, nothing. But, psychopath. Okay. Davey Smalls, system. Morty, I can't believe that guy isn't over 100K. What a bargain. It is a bargain. Yeah, I mean, it is, But anyway, okay. Terrible. What's terrible? Sucking away is a little vicious. You think so? You think so? I don't know. I mean, you see the way they talk and behave over there. All they do is talk about sucking cock. It's true. Well, stand by. You watch some of my future shows coming soon. You'll see what I mean. Okay. Bogan sabotage. Gampers. Morty. I initially believed Crappy was dead. Searched to see where I could pay a call. Okay, very nice. CCP having kidnapped Lux. I'm not following the Lux adventures. He's got gout. He eats Cadbury chocolates every day. He doesn't have gout. I don't know what it is. Okay. All right. Dirk, I'm thinking out of the boomers, you may pass the cognitive test with flying colors. Of course I would pass a cognitive test. Thank you very much. System Docs wants you to leave a comment in 2026, followed by your next comment in 2027. Really? Okay. Hello, Chris F. Good evening. You bet, that's it. Dirk, that's JB that talks about cock all the time. Well, he talks about it too. You know, he's into the KOK talk. He's into the naked twister talk. The quote was, it doesn't have to be shirtless twister. It can be naked twister. Lux is a loser. Well, you can take it up with Lux. Ads are pinging in your chat, Morty. I don't know how to stop that. If there's a setting for it, I haven't seen it anywhere. Okay, so by the way, speaking of all that, what was it? Hold on, let me get this straight before. Give me a second. Let me form that thought again. Just give me a second while I form that thought that has not fully coalesced. So just give me a second. Give me a second, please. Hang on. Hang on. What was I going to say? It was a good comment, too. Shit, what was I going to say?
We need to start seeing results. If we do not turn a profit soon, Morty is going to have someone's nuts in a fucking sling. I don't want to hear that he needs to shoot coke with a straw in his ass on a live stream to bring in the money, or sadistically beat a crack whore for $1. Morty has class. He is not a degenerate ass.
I remembered my thought, so that video was good. Okay. About these Velcro shoe things that Rufus and those people are so preoccupied with. Oh, by the way, let me catch up on the comments. Gampers, Morty, you mentioned Rufus speaking about things he knows not. Can you be a bit more specific for those who didn't hear the full 5 hours? Well, yeah, he's talking about me commenting on certain things that have occurred during the history of the channel with certain people that he's never seen nor heard about. And he's questioning that I'm saying these things when it's well known if you've been around, and he's not been around. So he believes the bullshit and doesn't believe the facts. But I'll be presenting all that coming up soon, and maybe that will illuminate him. Okay. And others. Chris, Morty's a much better place to be than the face blasting from the so-called Unity. They don't know anything about Unity. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so yeah, so when Rufus was chatting about the Velcro, which he just found absolutely fascinating, as well as other people out there who just find it fascinating. One thing they got wrong is, first, they were talking about, I need orthopedic shoes. Okay, now you see, this is also reflective of their mental illness. Point one. They're not orthopedic shoes. They're just regular. They might be New Balance brand. I don't recall. They're just regular casual walking shoes, but instead of laces, they have Velcro. Okay. Number two, what if somebody was wearing orthopedic shoes? Why would anyone comment about that? And why would anybody make fun or put someone down for having orthopedic shoes? Well, that's the same thing they do when they talk about Timmy, who has a prosthetic eye, and they call him the one-eyed grifter. That is absolutely disgusting. Picking on people who have physical disability or a challenge like that with a one eye or prosthetic eye, one leg. Of course, that guy, he talks about penis pumps all the time. regarding ADNC because everything with him revolves around penis. It's true. Stay tuned for, proof. But anyway, what's wrong with people who have orthopedic shoes? I don't get it. I don't understand why that's something even come. It's like when Rufus talked about Jax's legs. He's preoccupied with somebody else's legs, a guy's legs, when Jack showed him in the car there, himself driving in his car. Who the hell would look at some guy's legs, let alone talk about it? It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just strange. I don't wear orthopedic shoes. If I ever had to, I would go to a podiatrist and do what he suggested. But I'm just wearing New Balance shoes. Now, another thing that they got all fucking fucked up is they go, Morty can't even tie his shoelaces. Gee, what's so difficult about tying shoelaces? I'd like to see Morty tie his shoes. Jesus, what's so difficult? And you see, people on these channels, they have demonstrated an incapability of listening. They are so consumed in their own minds with hate, viciousness. Did I say hate? Yes, hate and viciousness and sick, twisted thinking that they can't and don't hear what someone is saying. They might hear some sound, but it doesn't register in their brain as a message. What I said was I never wore or had Velcro shoes until I moved to Japan. Now, this is what I said about tying laces. Very common in Japan. You have to remove your shoes and put them back on, depending where you're going that day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. Maybe in someone's office, absolutely 100% in someone's home. In many restaurants, not all restaurants, but many restaurants, you remove your shoes before you enter. There's a place when you walk into the restaurant where everyone takes their shoes off and you either leave them on the floor or they have like cubby holes that you can put them in, whether you're a businessman, a Yakuza CEO, or just, some loser, you take off your shoes and you walk in the restaurant. And many other situations where you have to take your shoes off. Well, when I was in Japan, I was saying, boy, this is a pain in the ass because there's nowhere to sit down to tie your shoes on after you take them off 5-10 times a day. So when you go into a restaurant, you'll see people as you enter and as you're leaving, businessmen, salarymen, all kinds of people, they're leaning against a wall, on one leg, one foot, trying to tie their shoelace on the other foot, and it's like ridiculous. You're weaving back and forth, and you're falling over because there's nowhere to lean against, and you don't want to squat down and tie your shoes when you're wearing a suit. It's just absurd. So Japanese friends told me, get slip-ons or loafers. Those are very common, or even Velcro shoes. Look at what the shoes are that men wear, and you'll see most of it is slip-ons / loafers and Velcro. So I said, okay, that's an interesting suggestion. So I looked around for a week and I said, oh my God, everyone's wearing, or many people, not with a suit. You can't wear Velcro with a suit, okay? Unless it's podiatrist prescribed orthopedic shoes, that would be something different. With a suit, you have to wear laced shoes, okay? But for casual shoes, or you just Velcro or a buckle kind of shoe, maybe, or something. So I said to these people, the Japanese, yeah, you're absolutely right. So I ordered a pair of slip-ons, or I bought a pair of slip-on loafers, and I bought New Balance. I had to mail it in from America with Velcro. The benefit of the Velcro shoes is when you take your shoes off, you just slide them off. And when you put the shoe on, you can just slide your foot in the shoe. You don't have to fuck with the laces, and you just squish your foot around for a second or two, and it's in, nice and comfy. I thought, well, this is terrific. And I saw everybody else, or dozens or hundreds of people using Velcro shoes because it's practical. That's where that came in with. Okay. It's not a case of I don't know how to tie my shoes. I'm physically unable to tie my shoes. It's not that at all. I'm talking practicality in Japan. Now, these people who are talking, they're living in the basement, masturbating all day long to YouTube channels. So they don't know anything about anything except masturbating. So, and hating. I think we've covered the Velcro topic for now. Unbelievable. And the shoelaces topic. Okay, very nice. Davey Smalls, channel member. Unity equals send money if you haven't. Unity, Chris. Unity equals an attempt to get more viewers. Yeah, incredible. Campers. They're the shoe shamers. I cannot imagine ever in my life if somebody I knew or a stranger was wearing a special kind of shoe because of an accident or a birth defect or an illness, and their doctor, gave them wanted them to wear a special kind of orthopedic or special cushioned kind of shoe, or they were walking with with crutches or in a wheelchair or had a who the hell would say you got Velcro, you got orthopedic shoes, you've got your foot. These people are sick. Sick. It's like making fun of somebody who is wearing an eye patch for whatever reason. Oh, yeah, got to make fun of the guy with the eye patch. Somebody with a hearing aid. I don't wear a hearing aid. Making fun of people with a hearing aid. See, the people who do that, it's all projection because inside their deepest recesses of their anus, which is their brain, they understand that they are worthless wastes of flesh and blood, that their life is nothing but a vile blob stain on humanity. They understand this, but they can't deal with it, so they just blast out their projection and make fun of, insult, and attack everybody else to make themselves feel better. The essence of projection. And it's absolutely true. It's whatever. Okay, let's move on. You're not in Japan anymore. Wear shoelaces. Like I said, I have 6 pairs of shoes, and I still have a Velcro pair of shoes because I got used to it. No one has ever mentioned here in Portland, oh my God, you got Velcro shoes? You know why? Because people here wear the most bizarre. Men wear dresses here. Men wear kilts, prosthetic tits. Men wear prosthetic tits, ladies' high heels. Men wear wigs. People have bones in their nose, nose rings. They have those bovine nose rings. They have trash can lids in their earlobes, body piercings, the freakiest fucking neck tattoos, head tattoos, face tattoos, body tattoos. I don't mean Japanese, artistic Japanese, interesting tattoos. I mean a fucking prison tat style, People are fucking sick. And but let's make fun of the guy who has one eye, or one leg, or just had surgery, or Jesus, incredible. How about we make fun of people with a tooth gap? Let's make fun of people with a big gap in their front teeth. Makes so much sense, Okay, hey, that's actually a good idea. All right. Slurms. Hey, Morty. You're dead, even with franchise grub in viewership, deducting his usual 20 fake viewers naturally. By the way, he mentioned, you know how easy it is to buy viewers? You know how easy it is to buy subs? 4,000, 400, 40,000. That's on his quote. There's a quote of that on the clips. Think of this. Do you know how easy it is for any host of a channel use one of these countless number of companies out there that offer paid viewers, paid subscribers, paid likes, to pay for or to buy 50, say for example, 50 viewers per live stream, or 100 subs or 100 likes. Well, I could tomorrow, buy one of these packages. Every live stream I do is going to be an additional 50 viewers. So maybe there'll be 25 people watching, but it will show up as 75 up there on the top of the screen where it says number of people watching. You know how easy that is for anyone to do? I'm just saying, you think about that. You think about that when you watch certain other channels. Okay? Paid views, paid likes, paid subscribers. Any YouTube host can go to, it's all over YouTube. You just buy one, it's all over Google. Just find these companies and you pay a small fee. And I could tomorrow have the minimum, even if there's no one watching, it would show 50 watching live stream. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? Okay. Got that covered. All right. Davey, I endorse New Balance and Brooks. I've never had Brooks brand of shoes. Espresso Racer, good evening. I wore Velcro shoes and I'm not ashamed when I was 5. Okay. Well, congratulations. Okay. Blaine Cole. Hello, Blaine. Channel member. If you do tie your shoelaces, I recommend the Berluti. Now, you see, that's interesting information. I have to look that up. Blaine, who is in Japan, the Berluti knot. He's an old Navy man, so he knows about knots, knot tying. What is how to tie? Oh my God, this is a Japanese website I'm looking at here. The world's best shoelace knot, the Berluti knot. Let me click this. It's in Japanese. Follow this video. I want to learn the shoelace. I want to learn a shoelace knot that won't come undone. Someone taught me the Berluti knot, but I've forgotten how. Can anyone show me? Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to save that page for later. See what that knot is. Maybe I'm using that. Maybe I don't use that. But good information, Blaine. Fantastic information. That's great. And I see you're a channel member. Wow. Thank you so much, Blaine Cole. Okay. Chris, true, Slurms, slow chat and too many viewers there to make sense of it. Yeah, let's do this again here. That's right, Slurms. The chat is very, very slow moving. And there's too many, quote, viewers there that it makes any sense. Well, did you see over on that channel where he's got 1,100 subscribers or 1,200, 1.2K or 1.1K subs? And some of his shows have 1,700 views. Have you seen that? 1,800, 1,700 views. When I saw that, oh man. Fucking hell. Oh. Oh man. Exactly. Exactly. All right, let's continue. Campers. I have a new campus is not a channel member. Well, that's okay. I'm not going to membership shame. We have a guest backstage. Give me just one moment, please, and we'll bring you right on. Let me catch up on the comments. I have a new pair of Ultra shoes that I would absolutely expect my friends to mock. It's not that. I don't know that friend. I reckon it's a 30, 40 viewer package. Well, there you go, Pavel. I would say it's a 50 viewer package if one were to go that route of thinking. Yes. Espresso Racer, you know, their shoes probably stinky shoes. Al, good evening, Al. I just asked Google if Velcro shoes are in style. The answer was yes, Velcro shoes are currently in style. Well, then you could say I'm a trendsetter, not a way behind follower. Thank you, Al. AI is known to lie. Okay. People don't point out leg braces in public. That's another thing, leg brace. Can you imagine mocking somebody because they're wearing a leg brace? Those people would. And they're probably in a wheelchair. You know, no one's ever seen them. They do exercise in a swimming pool. You know, who does exercise in a swimming pool? Think about it. Wheelchair people. Okay. Hey, Morty, your sound is breaking up a little bit. Oh, no. Let's bring on the guest. I don't want to keep the guest waiting, but I have to be sure this is the guest. So can you indicate, can you show the yourself on camera for 1 second so I know it really is you? Since you've been on camera before. Because it could be one of those sick, twisted people who's looking to destroy the channel, cause chaos. Hello?
Nigger.
See, there you go. Now, that shows you how sick, absolutely sick, 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 and degenerate that those people are. Did you catch that was Uzi. Sick, lonely, frustrated, tormented, demented, deranged, drug-addled, psychotic, psychopathic, sociopathic, Tourette's cases. Not to make fun of people with Tourette's, but in this case, and schizophrenic, paranoid, schizophrenic, sick, sick people. He's home in his, well, he doesn't have a basement in his tiny little house. He's sitting there, running around naked, jacking off, watching YouTube, spreading hate and racism. See? Sick people. Okay, very good. Billie Eilish has a line of signature Nike sneakers with Velcro straps. They're happening. Well, Billie Eilish is really, I've never heard her music at all. But now she's fucked herself with this. No one's illegal on stolen land. And then the Indian tribe up there told her that her mansion is on their traditional grounds, their traditional land. So I saw a thumbnail. She's leaving America. She can't take the heat of being exposed as a hypocritical, fanatic, entertainment industry, libtard douche. See? People are sick. George Clooney, he doesn't live in America. Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen, these people are... Cher never left. Cher said she would leave, and she never left. But, by the way, have you ever seen photos of Cher without makeup? Go ahead and Google it, to quote Watch Reporter, who quotes somebody else. Google a Cher without makeup. Absolutely frightening. Gruesome. Slurms. DDoS attacked by the franchise. What does that mean? Espresso. They even make fun of the mentally challenged. Look at how they treat... Oh, that's not funny. Okay. Davey, I don't think he buys viewers, but I think the channel at which they buy from others come with some dead viewers. No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, think about it. Use common sense, if anybody out there has any, and just sit down and think about it. Think about it. Dirk Dickler, I have Louis Vuitton Velcro shoes. Now, wouldn't that be something if Hermes or Louboutin or Louis Vuitton sold Velcro, anything Velcro? Amazing. Okay. Correct. Just saying, think about it. 32 people watching. Thank you all very much. Please consider a thumbs up or a thumbs down, like or dislike. It would help out the channel. It's absolutely free. It takes less than a second to do. 10 thumbs up. Oh, thank you all. Let's continue. Okay. Campers. Campers is not a channel member. Gee, that's amazing. Okay. I remember the stream. That was my Las Vegas live streaming. I remember the stream where the white shoes. First off, they also talk about white shoes. Jerry Seinfeld wears white shoes, white sneakers. Everybody has white sneakers. What's wrong with white shoes? Doctors wear white shoes. Hospital staff wear white shoes. Golfers wear white shoes with those little tassels on them. Everybody needs a good pair of white shoes. That's what my doctor told me. But he's not my doctor. He's whatever. Anyway, okay. Campers. I remember the stream where the white shoes debuted. Hey, listen, I'll show my shoes. Those people might be in wheelchairs for all we know. We don't know. Are they in wheelchairs because they were 500 pounds? Maybe, they talk about my feet not being in. My feet are absolutely in tip-top. I say tip-top shape, completely healthy shape. I was never 500 pounds. I did not destroy my hip joints, knee joints, foot joints, toes, ankles. Okay, just saying. Okay. I believe there were also questions about whether Morty was shuffling his feet. Shuffling? You know, like Bob Hope or Jimmy Cagney doing a tap dance? Soft shoe routine? Wow. The heat has no end. Yeah, all they do is pick. pick, 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 pick on other people. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Okay. Espresso Racer. That moron is backstage again. The racist. Yeah. Show yourself on the camera if you want to come on the show. Otherwise, I'm not bringing you on. Oh, I didn't even finish my commenting on the Penance list. I'll have to get back to that because there's big news about the Penance list. Espresso Racer. I broke my arm last year and had to learn how to tie my shoes with one hand. Velcro would have been handy. Well, if you had a broken arm and you went and had Velcro shoes, certain people would be laughing at you. If you were in a car accident and had your leg amputated, people would be laughing at you. But you know who's super sensitive? If those people got their ankle crushed in an accident or had their leg amputated or had an eye removed and had to use a prosthetic eye or an eye patch, and somebody laughed at them, they would go absolutely in a rage that would shatter the skyscrapers down the street. They would just go fucking insane with hate. They would be calling you every name in the book, screaming and yelling and blasting because they are so sensitive. They're the sensitive, the hypersensitive. It's absolutely true. Morty's mic is breaking up and it's bugging me. Let me listen to my microphone here. Ah, shit. You're right. Oh, fuck. What can I do about the microphone situation? Hello, hello. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello? Oh. What do I do? How do I fix the mic during the show? I mean, it's unbelievable. You know what? Let me take that off. Is this any better? I just removed a video that was back. Turn on the audio. Okay, I'm listening to myself on the YouTube page. I'm going to hear my audio if it's changed any better. Hello. It's the same. Shit. Well, I can't, except unless I turn it off and reboot, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, okay, well, okay, I just read the private chat. Let me see, is that you backstage? Can you show yourself for 1 second? I can't see what you're showing. You're showing a watch, but you're not showing who you are. You see, so that's probably the same guy again, the racist. You got to show who you are, not your fucking watch. Yeah, it's the racist. Okay. There we go. Okay, very good. Unbelievable. So pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. We catch up on the comments. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can, Slurms, with the microphone. Unless you advise me to reboot, I really prefer to stay on and hopefully it'll reset properly or something. Dirk Diggler, I can attest to not taking shoe advice from Dave. Wow. System of a Clown. For the record, I think Toyota Mo is absolutely worthless. Okay, well, that's your comment. There you go. Okay. Correct, Bezels. System, Slurms, Doc's kindly requests you stop stalking him. Holy shit, stalking. Yeah, they're racists. They're every foul, vile fucking thing that you can call them. That's what they are. That's who they are. Who is Bill? Yeah, I've never heard Billie Eilish. She wins all these Grammy awards, makes mega millions, and then she complains about America. Sick fucking people. Yeah. Dirk Diggler, Lego came out with brick Crocs. They are expensive, like $225. We should super chat fundraise so you could buy those. Really? You think so? Wow. Yeah, I have nothing to say about that guy. Okay. Dirk, those collectible Crocs are pretty lame. Right. Blaine Cole. Naval officers wear white shoes. It looks sharp. Yeah, when you see a Navy officer in the all white dress uniform, those are white shoes. Unbelievable. Amazing. You're right. Well spotted. Well, that's a great point. Basil, I don't think Uzi is a racist. I think he likes to get a... No. You're absolutely wrong, Basil. He is. It's certifiable. He's certifiable. He's a racist. He's a racist anti-Semite and a low IQ individual. No question about it. And he's backstage again. He's jerking off backstage. Giving me the finger. He's whacking off. He's jerking off on backstage. He's that sick. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm just chatting. Just chatting, doing a monologue. No, but he is. He's a full-blown racist anti-Semite and pinhead. And yeah, I mean, it's just true. He's a social misfit, like so many of the other people out there watching the show. Campers, I'm content being a foundational member emeritus. Really? Are you belittling me? I'm not getting very inveterated by your commenting here. Inveterated. What was that word you said? Interveterated. That was it. Right. Crybaby saggy skin. Good evening. What kind of shoes did that guy wear when he was 700 pounds? Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay. You think anybody was making fun of him when he was 700 pounds? Why do you think he has so much hate, viciousness? He created that on his own, and he couldn't solve it on his own. He had to get surgery, which may be a very good thing to do, or properly well-advised thing to do, if it's successful. But yeah, what are the good shoes for a 700-pound person? Talk about destroying your feet, your legs, your hip bones, your hip joints, knee joints, foot joints, toes, arch of your foot. You'd be totally flat-footed, and the destruction to your ankle is just unbelievable. And your knee. Slurms, I don't answer questions. Very well advised. Espresso Racer, they're like those scumbags that laughed and cheered when Charlie Kirk died. You're absolutely right. It's the same kind of sick, mentally ill derangement. Oh, it sounds better? I hope so. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, Rufus! Rufus, please let me do you have a mailbox address or anything like that? I want to send you some Velcro. Maybe you'll find it useful. So, some Velcro you can cut up with a pair of scissors and use it around the house or on your clothing. And, you might find it a good thing to have at home. Okay, thank you. If you don't want that, I'll send you some ski soda or both. Oh, it's about the same, but it's okay. Morty, thoughts on Sanzabelt slacks? Well, I haven't heard of that since the 1960s or 70s. Holy shit. Wow. Sanzabelt. Yeah, that was a stretch waist kind of belt from what was that brand of pants that was big back then? Hager slacks? Was that what it was called? Maybe. Thank you, Slurms. Okay. Invigor-frigerated. It was something like that. It was invigorated. Some kind of batelling or something like that. The Viscountess thing. Incredible. He says racist things. I just know he disrupts and get a rise. Well, no, he does get a hard on from that, and he does jerk off when he does these things, But he is a racist. Why else would somebody do these, put out such hateful comments? Because they're an insensitive jerk and they're racist, anti-Semitic pinhead. Driving a tow truck, spewing hate and race, And when he goes to the gas station, he shows off his gold Rolex. And like somebody said, the girl behind the counter at the gas station, she just thinks it's a fake. It's a knockoff. It's a $10 Chinese knockoff. So it's hysterical. What a waste of money. Unbelievable. Fucking pathetic. Rufus is an attorney representing people on the penance list. I want to get back to the penance list. Thank you for the reminder. So let me screen share. Get that back up. So yeah, so I as I mentioned 2 nights ago, I was going to give it them. I said I would give it. I would take it under consideration. I would take it under advisement, the penance list, and as was pointed out, Rufus was really hot on the case for Dr. Bob to get Dr. Bob removed from the penance list. And as I said, I'll take it under advisement. Okay. So yeah, that's the penance list, right? Let me have a drink of water here. Hold on. It's important to push water, whether orally or anally. You need to push water. I'm going to pour myself another glass of a Kroger brand distilled water. Now, I said distilled water. I'm waiting for people on that hate channel to say, Morty drinks distilled water. Oh my God. I buy distilled water and I buy spring water, one or the other. I don't use the tap water here. Even with a filter on it, it's just not good. Chris F, 99-cent super sticker and a channel member. Thank you very, very much for the channel support. Thank you, Chris. Okay. Yeah, I understand, Blaine. I get it. Okay. So, there it is. So I'm announcing tonight, drum roll, I'm announcing tonight that I am removing the penance list. It's not just Dr. Bob, but I am taking away the penance list. It is now a thing of the past, going into the files. So the penance list is done. I've made my point, and I pushed the buttons, and the other people responded. Perfect Pavlovian response. What a bunch of dunces. Absolutely incredible. The penance list is no more. There you have it. Big announcement. And the other big announcement about the big Portland meetup, that will be coming. There'll be details coming shortly. Okay. Yeah, you bet. There it is. Blaine called, don't do it, Morty, not the Mako move. What is that? What does that mean? Yeah, the penance list is gone. No, David, they're not unbanned. They're not welcome on the channel. They're not readmitted to the channel. No. My email is on my page. Any of them can contact me, and if they want to discuss stuff, talk things over. But the penance list is gone. See, AD never calling. He can write me a letter on. He can write me an email. He can explain his foul. Not hurtful. He can explain his foul, twisted behavior with his insulting comments. But no, he goes immediately running over to the blaster and continues the hate, intensifies it. He said he went on the warpath. That's what he was going on, the warpath. So yeah. Well, it's up to each individual person, but they're banned on my show. I don't want them here. If they want to, not in terms of a monetary penance, but if they want to somehow, approach me in a reasonable manner with whatever. I'm not saying things can't be worked out, but the penance list is gone. Okay, amazing, Morty. Okay, now Rufus is going to be over on the Blasters channel talking about Morty has removed a penance list top to bottom across the board. And that's another guaranteed $100 win for me if I were a wagering guy. But yeah, Rufus, people were saying I should have taken that wager, that bet you offered. I would have picked up $100 from you. So on the one hand, I could have used the $100 because I know it was a sure thing, but I'm not into that kind of wagering thing. But the blaster, he still owes me $1,000 from when he weaseled out of a bet a few years ago, 2 years ago. He will go to his dying deathbed, last breath, twisting and distorting how it's all my fault. And he never said that. He never said that. But I've got all the clips. He will say he's got all the clips. But there's a difference between fact and twisting. You get it? I'm not the twister. They're the twisters. I present the facts. I lay out facts. They twist and distort. Okay, let's continue on. They're all damned eternally. Well, it's not for me to damn anybody, but Morty always chickens out. No, I made my point. They're not coming back here. And, it wasn't about them sending the money because I knew they were never going to to do that. So that wasn't it. Okay. And then the thunder rolled across the valley. Wow. Blaine Cole, Morty, the postman always rings twice. Lana Turner or Jessica Lange? Oh, I thought the Jessica Lange remake with Jack Nicholson was just... I was going to say it was not good, but I really don't remember it. But the Lana Turner, John Garfield movie, much, much better. Yeah, they're the ones playing Naked Twister. I don't play Naked Twister with men. They play Naked Twister with men. Think about it. Sounds like prison romance. I don't know anything about that. I'm not deleting comments. Or let me rephrase that. I haven't deleted any comments on tonight's show. By the way, 25 people watching. Thank you very much for watching the show, participating. And maybe there'll be some contributions, some donations for the channel. I've got to pay all this stuff myself. I don't even mean my dental bill. I mean $75 a month nut just to run this channel. That's true. Okay, let's wow. Shit. Let's go ahead and take a short video break while I stand up and go in the kitchen and get a coffee. Let's there we go.
And now, a message from one of those people.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole... I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Take it from the insane. Why would you support a gross, vile, vicious, demented degenerate when there is an alternative? Morty's Diner. Original content with class and not a gross ass.
Wow. It's all true. It's all true. It's all true. I got to keep repeating things now like the Australians. It's true. It's all true. Wow. Unbelievable. Amazing. All right, I'm going to go now and take a cup of coffee. So let's play a little bit longer video. I hope you'll enjoy the video. I'll be back in a minute. I have to get a coffee. I'm going to get a coffee. I have to get a coffee in the kitchen. So I'll be right back. Which one should I play? Wow.
Truly majorly insane have moments of clarity. It is not often, but sometimes they can get it right when they truly know the truth, and it is outwardly communicated outside of the fantasy land in which they live. This is the demented and deranged. A moment of clarity,
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole. I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. Even the crazies know he is a nice guy. A sane guy. That Morty, he is a nice guy. The asylum knows that Morty is a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole.
The demented, the deranged, no Morty is a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole. I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah, that Morty. Oh, he's a nice guy. Nice guy. The demented, the deranged, no more. There is a nice guy. Even the crazies know. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Wow. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, we're back. And let's get a picture up on the screen. That's a nice picture. What a pretty, oh, what a beautiful girl. Beautiful. You know, one of the incel retards on one of those other shows says Morty only hangs out with Asian women, or in the past only hung out with Asian women. That's because he's fucked up, or he has peculiar personality characters. That's not true at all. I've dated all kinds of women. Never dated a lady boy, but I mean Asia, Korean, Chinese, Filipina, Japanese, Irish, English, French, Latina, African American. I dated a very successful in Dallas. We were having quite a relationship. One heck of a well-known, well, not well-known, but impressive Black woman. We were a couple. Yes, indeed. And other Black women as well. So it's all dependent upon who the person is. I don't discriminate on skin color or ethnicity or, I'm attracted to a woman depending upon what kind of person she is. Does she bathe regularly? Is she clean? Is she stylish? Is she attractive to me? Does she have certain skills? Do we get along well? Do I respect her intelligence and talents? And, I like long hair, but I don't rule out shorter hair. I like a pinkish hue. I don't care about eyebrows. Who cares about eyebrows? But anyway, yeah. Besides, when you're in Japan, Japan is 99% ethnically Japanese. So if you're going to go in Japan searching out for a Black woman or an Irish woman or, a Slovenian woman, it's going to be a little more difficult, So just based on that, people are so fucking stupid out there, oh, incredible. Unbelievable. Okay, let's continue on. Hey, we need that whale music. Let's get that back on here. There we go. And we're back. Where are we? Yeah, I don't know anything about that, Dave. Yeah, I have not removed any comments. Davey Smalls, channel member. I contacted Morty and got off the Penance list for free. Well, no. That was a long time ago. A little Dave, who became Davey Smalls, I removed him from the channel, and he contacted me, and we had a chat about it, and I put him back. I let him come back on the show because I'm a man of reason, but I also am a man of intellect and standards. Now it's funny how they say I'm double standards. I'm the double standard guy. They have no standards. They wouldn't know what a standard is, or ethical or moral or righteous or societal standard would be if it blasted them up the asshole. You know, they would be oblivious to any kind of standards. Their whole life is based on blasting away standards. You know, unbelievable. The only condition he put on me was I had to become a member to be. That's not true. But you are a member, and thank you for that. But I never demanded that or insisted on that. Right. Blaine, I hear tell those people are so loaded they're buying an NBA franchise, the Detroit Pistons. Wow, amazing. Exactly. You're in Japan, it's going to be hard to go around, finding a nice woman from Colombia if you're in Japan, incredible. By the way, I was in, when I was traveling around Japan, I was in a small city, very well known in Japan, but not known really outside of Japan, the name of which is Takayama, Takayama. If I recall, it's in Gifu Prefecture, if I recall right, Takayama. And I was walking around and seeing the sound. I left Matsumoto and I think the next stop was Takayama. I don't remember. Anyway, and there was a strip club, hostess bar kind of place. It's a small city, okay? But, and they had the pictures of all the girl entertainers, not the lady boys, the ladies who were working there. And all of them were the most beautiful. These were all Caucasian women, flawless Caucasian beauties, white skin, blonde hair, whatever hair, stunning. And then I realized all these ladies, they were all Russian women working in the strip club or hostess club. And I thought, wow, these ladies are like supermodel Russian beauties, or Ukrainian, perhaps, I don't know. And they weren't open in the afternoon when I was passing by that area. And I thought, I've got to come back to this place and meet these basically supermodel looking, just absolute knockout Russian women and, get something arranged. Well, I'm not going to continue that story. But that's true. It wasn't a Japanese strip club. It was, now, were these women being trafficked, controlled by Yakuza, or people trafficking sex workers? I don't know. I don't think so, because I just don't think it was that kind of place. But wow, amazing. Well, I'll tell the rest of the story. I didn't get to go there that night. Something else came up and I couldn't get there. But I did have Hida beef, Hida, which is one of the famous kinds of beef in Japan, not just Wagyu, but there's also Hida beef, which is in the Takayama area, Matsumoto, Takayama. Well, Takayama and that part of Japan. Unbelievable. Wow. So I in effect, I got the Hida beef, but I didn't get the Russian beauties. And then I left the next morning to continue on my trek. So, but yeah, that was, oh boy, that was something. Let's continue. I think I went from Kanazawa to Matsumoto to Toyama to Matsumoto to Takayama, and then maybe Takayama into Tokyo. Something I don't remember. But anyway, okay, let's continue. Japan is starting to crack down on hostess clubs, whatever that means. Oh, really? I don't think so. They're so controlled by the Yakuza. They generate so much money. They employ so many people. Yeah, they're controlled by the Yakuza, but strip clubs, hostess clubs, bars, pubs, but everybody, I think the women I've met, they're treated so nicely, as employees and by the men customers, Yeah, so I don't know about that. It's part of Blaine. It's so much ingrained. It is so ingrained into the Japanese culture for men to go to hostess bars, hostess clubs. I don't see how they could change that. Just my opinion. There'd be an uprising from the salarymen and executives, saying, you can't close these clubs. We need these clubs. So, yeah. Okay, all right, let's continue on. All right, 24 viewers and still no guests backstage, except for the deranged racist. Okay. All right, now let me change the picture on the screen. Pay pigs. This channel doesn't have any pay pigs. We've never had any pay pigs. Pay pig, the pay pig, control, submission, humiliation. Your money wasted. They use that expression, I pay to play. And it's never been that. It's I pay to control. I pay to manipulate. I pay for control. They're paying for control, those certain people. They pay for control, not to be generous, to support the channel host or the channel success. It's all about control, submission, humiliation. Yes, it's absolutely true. I'm not making it up. It's true. What's the next picture here? Let me take a look here. Ah, that beautiful watch. I wonder what this watch price is in Japan at one of those giant electronics, consumer electronics stores that sell cameras, phones, watches. Because it's $940 US on the Seiko website or at a dealer. I wonder what they sell it for in Japan at one of those super kind of stores. Ah, here's the Jack sandwich. Here's a YouTuber vomiting up there. Oh, yeah. I like this picture. Boy, yeah. All right, let's continue on here. Davey, question. If I go to Japan, should I fly into Haneda or Narita? Okay, well, I can answer that. Those are both Tokyo airports. Narita is the big international airport. And Haneda is usually, maybe not exclusively, but primarily for domestic Japanese flights. So if you were flying from, Sapporo to Tokyo, you'd probably land in Haneda. If you're flying from internationally into Japan, you'd arrive in Narita. Does that make any sense? I think that makes good sense. But I'd encourage anyone to also consider flying into Osaka, Kansai Airport. Because if you're going to visit Japan, you want to visit the Kansai area as well, which is Kyoto. I'm sorry, not Kyoto, Osaka. And it would be around Osaka, you can get to Kobe. It's very close by, Kobe. And try some, whatever, takoyaki, but they have a special name for it. I forgot what they call it. Famous for octopus balls. Takoyaki. They call it I forgot they call it. Anyway, and see Kobe and then get to Kyoto. Nara. I think that might be more convenient if you go into Osaka and then go to Tokyo. But either way, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're never leaving your basement, so it doesn't matter. I go to either from here, including Osaka. I found the Osaka airport much nicer airport, less stressful, less hectic. That's what I mean. Less hectic, more relaxing. And if you look it up, as you know, it's a pretty interesting airport the way it's laid out and designed. If you look at photos of it, but either way, you know. But I think it's the Tokyo airport, Narita. When you fly into that airport, it's a 1-hour train to get to Tokyo Station in the center of Tokyo. So you have to be aware of that, okay? Which is absolutely fine, because you can buy a beer from a vending machine and drink the beer on the train. You can drink beer in public, you know. Everyone does, you know. And get a beer and a bento and sit on the train, enjoy the scenery of the 1-hour ride into downtown Tokyo, you know, or not downtown, but into the city on the train from the airport. Absolutely. Add hot honey on the Jack sandwich, baby. Yeah, honey. All right. It's called the Get Out of Fucktown Special. All right. Davey, I go to either from here, including Osaka. Oh, you mean I can go to either? Well, yeah, I mean, depends where you want to visit. If you're going to visit both, I can't. Flying to either one, but Osaka is a very nice airport. Much less hectic is my... and then schedule your business or sightseeing in the Osaka area, and then take the train into Tokyo, you know, from whatever city you're in. Okay, Gigadwa, good evening. Did you ever rip any Pokemon packs in Japan, Morty? No, I've never been involved with Pokemon in any way whatsoever. I did see some of the cartoon episodes on some TV channel, whatever channel it was on. What the hell is this shit? And I watched some of them, you know, but it's for kids, you know, or mentally stunted adults, but it's primarily for children. You know, but yeah, it's okay. Or emotionally stunted adults, I should say. Yeah. Or mentally stunted. Well, no, it's, well, whatever. Okay. The key word is stunted. Yeah. Yeah. So, by the way, if there are any mega millionaires out there, or a humble billionaire, you know, send money now. I'm the poor. But if you'd like to buy me this watch, I don't need it. It's the last thing in the world I need. But if you'd like to spend $940 because you have mega millions, I'll take it. But really, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Help me pay off my bills. That would be better. Okay. Just send cash. Cash. Okay, that'll be clipped. Okay. Gigadwa. A Japanese card sold for almost 17 million a couple days ago. That's unbelievable. That's absolutely amazing. Wow. Wow. All right. What else can we talk about tonight? I watched a movie yesterday on YouTube. I never heard of it before. It starred, get this, Tony Danza. I don't know the name of the movie. He was a mafia guy living in Staten Island. Okay. So he was a mob guy on Staten Island, New York City, one of the 5 boroughs. Anthony Scaramucci's son bought it. I don't know. Who is that? Don't know. And Samuel Jackson was in it too, in the credits. So Tony Danza is a very nice guy. Okay. I never watched those sitcoms he was in, but I'm familiar with who he is. And he's a nice guy. He is. I know. He's a nice guy. And I thought, well, Samuel Jackson's in it too, and some other another guy, the actor Ted Levine, who played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. He's very good. So I thought, hey, I'll watch this movie. And the movie was it was okay. It's not worth watching, or it's not important, but it was okay. But I'll tell you this about Tony Danza. Even though he's he's a nice guy, okay, and he's not a libtarded Hollywood fucktard. He's a nice guy, okay. Bad casting. He couldn't pull off the part of the mafia hitman, tough guy. He couldn't do it. He didn't do it. To me, he didn't succeed. He's too nice a guy. I couldn't believe for one moment that he was a New York mafia hitman gangster. I just couldn't buy it. He tried to really, it didn't work. Samuel Jackson could pull that off, being a tough guy killer, Ted Levine in Silence of the Lambs. Holy shit, what a performance. Okay. Tony Danza, it didn't work. He's too nice a guy. It didn't work. He's too nice a guy. And he really tried to make it work, he really worked at it. It didn't work. He just doesn't, he didn't, no. Okay. Speaking of derangement, Davey Smalls, channel member, Trump hasn't lived up to his promises. It might be time to vote Democrat again. How can you say such an incredible comment? I mean, it's just incredible. Yeah. Have you seen what he's delivered in the first year? I don't think people are aware of what he's accomplished in the first year. To say he hasn't lived up to his promises is absolutely mind-boggling. Maybe I'll present a list of presentation of all the things he's accomplished great for America and the world in the first year. And then how anybody could say what you're saying there, Davey, is would you like to detail that? Elaborate on your comment? Would you like to come on the panel and talk about that? Or add further comments in the chat? What has he not lived up to? They just released 3 million document pages. 3 million. What are you talking about? 3 million documents. Bush never did that. Obama never did that. Biden never did that. Stop lying, free hero. Okay. All right. Very good. You know what they have to do before they release 3 million documents? They have to review each document to make sure it can be released in toto before, without any redaction at all, which would mean like children's addresses, potentially a children's name, a child's address, a child's name, a child's photo. That has to be gone over one item at a time to make sure that they don't injure an innocent party. Releasing 3 million documents is absolutely staggering. Staggering. And there'll be more coming. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Now, have they not arrested, charged, and in my opinion, not even have a trial, just throw in prison Obama, Clinton's, Biden, Bill Gates, Schumer, all the Epstein people, all of them, just throw them all in prison. He hasn't done that yet. He hasn't charged them yet. He hasn't arrested them yet. That is a major disappointment. And American MAGA people want that. And he's got to move on that. He's got to charge these people and arrest them. All of them. And the people who performed the coup d'etat, he's got to charge them and arrest them. The evidence is beyond overwhelming. Davies' reply: no, I wouldn't like to elaborate or come on the panel. Okay, that's fine. Isn't his name in them more than anyone else? Yeah, because they all talk about him, not because he did anything bad. He's the guy who reported Epstein to the police 20 years ago. He had him thrown out of Mar-a-Lago. He called the police on this pervert. He's done everything anti-Epstein, not supporting Epstein. Jesus, incredible. What does this mean? Clubs are safe. Huh? Yeah, unbelievable. Because they all talk about him. They hate him. He's not in there for any bad actions. Nothing. Jeez. Incredible. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. His name's is in the documents. Yeah, they all talk about him. Because he's the most important and the greatest man in the last 2,000 years. Or longer. That's why they all talk about him. They can't stand him. Can't stand ya. Oh, unbelievable. And they all want something from him. So maybe in the documents this is something like, maybe we can get Trump to get us in contact with some guy. Or maybe why don't you call Trump? Maybe he can finagle a deal to get us that deal in Boston, that giant construction deal, or buy all that property in Schenectady, or, of course his name's in there. Unbelievable. This is part of Morty's MAGA shtick. All right, it's you call it shtick. I call it common sense and intelligence. Oh. All right, let's talk about dinner. What am I going to have for dinner tonight? Nobody's coming on the panel. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe. I'll put up the link again. Frankly, I don't want to talk to anybody anyway. But it's okay. What am I going to have for dinner? I could have a turkey sandwich. I could have lasagna. I like lasagna. Okay. I could beans. Can always have beans. I'm out of potato chips. I like that brand of Boulder potato chips. They're really good. Yeah, that's a really good. I recommend Boulder. It's called Boulder or Boulder Canyon, and it says on the package made with avocado oil. And they have a few of them with the avocado oil bullshit on the package. And this one is like a Ruffles. It's all ridged, like a Ridges potato chip. Man, so good. Davey is in TDS mode right now. Okay, right. Very good. Thank you, Davey. Very good. Right. Okay, Gigadwa. Very good. Right. Okay. Wow, amazing. There's no pleasing some people. Some people will never be satisfied. Never. They could win $100 million lotto, Powerball, they could have a collection of Rolexes. They could be surrounded by supermodels. They could be living next to Jerry Seinfeld in the Hamptons. And they're still not satisfied. I mean, it's what can you do? All right. Oh, speaking of 2A, I sold all my 380 stuff today. All of it. It's just, I don't need to deal with it anymore. So I sold the Pew Pew and all the Bang Bang stuff. Got rid of all of it. I sold it all. A lot of stuff. And, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Very good. I bought my first 380, 1990, if I recall. I think it was 1990, yeah. But there's just no need for it anymore, with other calibers. It's just 945. Jerry is a creep. Like that. Okay, well, you can live in, where do the Clintons live? You can live next to the Clintons there in Chautauqua, New York. Is that it? I don't remember, yeah. Go to Martha's Vineyard. Live next to Obama, your hero. Live next to Barry and Big Mike. I had a dream about Big Mike 2 nights ago. This is absolutely true. Big Mike was in my dream, and he was he had his wig off, and he had like a 4-day growth of beard. And I bumped into him someplace, like a shopping mall or a baseball game or in the stands, and Big Mike was there. He was without his long hair wig. He was just wearing short hair, and he had a 4 or 5 day stubble, and he used his real voice, a very deep, very deep, manly voice. And we were talking about a lot of stuff. And wow, it was unbelievable. Wow, scary as shit. You rear-ended? No. There was no rear-ending going on. It was just talking. Yeah. Right. Massapequa. They don't live in Massapequa. That's where Jerry's from, but he lives in Southampton or somewhere like that now. I think he has a place in Manhattan and the Hamptons. Yeah. I don't know. I don't follow his residential purchases. All right. What else? We've covered I'm the Poor, Send Money Now. We've covered the Penance list. The big Portland meetup, details will be forthcoming. And yeah, Rufus is probably over on the other show talking about Velcro, you know. Good for him. Chappaqua. Yeah, I think that's where they live, in Chappaqua. Yeah. I don't remember. Chappaqua? Chautauqua? I don't remember. Anyway. So I'm going to wrap up the show. I got 3 choices. Wrap up the show completely. Have dinner. Wrap it up and have dinner. Or just play videos all night and just turn it into videos tonight and on repeat. Just, you know, loop all the videos and check back in an hour or 2. That's an idea. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're going to play some video content tonight. And I'll be watching the chat every once in a while. If somebody wants to come on, they can click the link. If I see them backstage, I'll bring them on and we can have a nice chat. Otherwise, I think we'll just do some fantastic video stuff, you know. And yeah, very nice. Thanks all for watching. Thank you, the 5 people, for some super chat content. Oh, look who's back. He's back again. The racist. The 5'2" racist is backstage again. The 5'2" racist anti-Semite guy suffering from Tourette's. He's backstage again. Amazing. All right, let's do some great video content. Oh, he just left. There we go. What a sad, sad life. Jeez, incredible. Let's see what we have here to play. Okay, that's a good one. That would be good on repeat. Okay. And, well, that's a good one. All right. What is this one? Oh, no, okay. Oh, let me look at the backstage comment. Well, now we got a backstage comment here. There we go. He's watching and choking his chicken and watching the show. Miserable life that he has. Driving that tow truck. Eating a burrito at the gas station 2 o'clock in the morning. Pathetic. Sad. Sad. All right, let's go back to those videos. Let's get a video up here. Okay, I'll be around. We're going to play videos for quite a while. Oh, Davey, you know who's on that other show? That Snake Boris. He's on the panel. Well, that's something. Is he on the panel? Wow. Amazing. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
In the dark reaches of the internet late at night, there is only one lonely, sadistic, zero hero that enjoys face blasting each and every person he comes into contact with. the Master Blaster.
Nobody can come up with original content, especially this channel. Tonight, believe it or not, I got fucking cotton candy THC vape.
Stop it right now!
Master Blaster, the lonely sadist that gets a high from humiliating others to try and fill his void of emptiness. The only thing more sad than a sadistic drug-induced lunatic are the idiots that enjoy it and pay for it.
What exactly is projection in psychology terms? Projection is a subconscious defense mechanism in psychology where an individual attributes their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, motives, or traits onto another person. Instead of acknowledging their own uncomfortable emotions such as anger or insecurity, the person projects them outward, accusing others of feeling or acting that way. Only truly sick and fucked up demented people use projection, simply because they do not want others to know about their demented thoughts, so they consistently project them onto others. Demented degenerates often use projection because they are ashamed of their own feelings, or they have a deep, sick and twisted mind they try to hide. The problem with people that project often is it really hides nothing. It just shows their true feelings of what they want and how they want it. What exactly is projection in psychology terms? Projection is a subconscious defense mechanism in psychology where an individual attributes their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, motives, or traits onto another person. Instead of acknowledging their own uncomfortable emotions, such as anger or insecurity, the person projects them outward, accusing others of feeling or acting that way. Only truly sick and fucked up, demented people use projection, simply because they do not want others to know about their demented thoughts, so they consistently project them onto others. Demented degenerates often use projection because they are ashamed of their own feelings, or they have a deep, sick and twisted mind they try to hide. The problem with people that project often is it really hides nothing. It just shows their true feelings of what they want and how they want it. What exactly is projection in psychology terms? Projection is a subconscious defense mechanism in psychology where an individual attributes their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, motives, or traits onto another person. Instead of acknowledging their own uncomfortable emotions, such as anger or insecurity, the person projects them outward, accusing others of feeling or acting that way. Only truly sick and fucked up, demented people use projection, simply because they do not want others to know about their demented thoughts, so they consistently project them onto others. Demented degenerates often use projection because they are ashamed of their own feelings, or they have a deep, sick and twisted mind they try to hide. The problem with people that project often is it really hides nothing. It just shows their true feelings of what they want and how they want it. What exactly is projection in psychology terms? Projection is a subconscious defense mechanism in psychology where an individual attributes their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, motives, or traits onto another person. Instead of acknowledging their own uncomfortable emotions, such as anger or insecurity, the person projects them outward, accusing others of feeling or acting that way. Only truly sick and fucked up demented people use projection, simply because they do not want others to know about their demented thoughts, so they consistently project them onto others. Demented degenerates often use projection because they are ashamed of their own feelings, or they have a deep, sick and twisted mind they try to hide. The problem with people that project often is it really hides nothing. It just shows their true feelings of what they want and how they want it.
Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
And we're back. Back, baby. I had a turkey sandwich. And I'm out of potato chips. Damn it. Turkey sandwich goes really well with potato chips, or vice versa. Damn. All right, we're back. I want the waitress named Blondie at my table. You're trying to get Blondie to see this. I see. Boulder potato chips, really good. I like them better than Kettle. Kettle potato chips are good. Kettle brand. But now I think I like Boulder more than, well, not more than, but as a change from Kettle, and they're really good. All right, let's get the invite link up if anybody would like to join this non-existent content. Join the panel, talk about anything. There it is. Okay. So I'll tell you what. How about a waitress named Betty? I think we have a Betty here. Yeah. Really? Why would anyone hate your guts? So oh, we need that music. I don't hear any music. Oh, shit. Don't tell me the audio's not working again. Let me check YouTube, the YouTube page. Yep. Damn it. I don't hear the background music. It's not working. Well, there it is. I don't know what's going on. It's too complicated. Yeah, that works. There it is. Got it. Okay, that's good. All right. She banned you too? Wow. Amazing. So I'll tell you what I did today for the first time ever. And this is true. For the first time ever, I bought, which means I'm going to try, for the first time ever, because we're talking in Australian repeat talk, Haagen-Dazs rum raisin ice cream. I first heard of Haagen-Dazs rum raisin in 1979. I remember this. I was in Dallas, and this girl wanted to go to a Haagen-Dazs shop, and she got rum raisin. And I said, "Oh, you've got to try the rum raisin." I said, "Rum raisin?" So I got vanilla chip, if I recall. Chocolate chip. But it just like, rum raisin? That sounds so strange. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so I bought it today. For the first time, I'm going to try it. I'm opening up the package right now. Maybe it will be good. Maybe I won't like it. Okay, I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes to get a little softer. And I will try it. The ingredients on rum raisin, Haagen-Dazs, it says cream, skim milk, cane sugar, raisins, egg yolks, and rum. There it is. Yeah, details on the big Portland meetup will be forthcoming on upcoming shows. Yeah. Stick around for details. It's going to be great. It's going to be big. 18 viewers. Thanks everybody for watching. 10 thumbs up. Let's refresh that page. $15 thumbs up. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, the big Portland meetup. It's happening. Coming soon. Well, it's coming out soon, but it's coming. And let's get that up there. There it is. What other journey? Very funny, Dave. Very funny. If Blondie, I'm just saying, if Blondie said she was coming to the Portland meetup, Davey, what would you do? Would you come to the meetup? I mean, she's not coming to the Portland meetup, but well, I've only announced it tonight. But if she said in the future she was coming, that would be your chance, Blondie, to get to meet her. Davey, wouldn't that be something? It would be like a mental jock and Easy Company confrontation. I'm tasting it. Haagen-Dazs rum raisin. Wet mouth noise. Oh, this is peculiar. This is very strange. This is a very strange flavor, and it's been one of their mainstay varieties for decades. Yeah, it's you know, I'm giving it a, I mean, not for quality, but not for the quality of it, but for the taste, the flavor. I'm giving it a 5. I derive almost very little satisfaction or enjoyment from Haagen-Dazs rum raisin. I'm going to put it back in the freezer. Maybe throw it out. Well, I'll put it back in the freezer.
Base, this is Squadron Leader. I have an unidentified flying object inside over Morty's diner.
Take me to your diner, Earthling.
That looks like Herman. Really? Wow. Amazing. Yeah, show's pretty much wrapped up. I'm ready to call it a night. If anybody wants to hop on the panel, we can keep going. I've got no stories for this evening, or at least nothing worth bringing up. So, we'll just do some videos and then close it out. I think that'll work. Feel free to hop on the panel if anybody would like to. Otherwise, we'll close the show pretty soon. Unless something happens to keep it going. Never know.
Just for a moment. Ooh, hey. Listen and close your eyes. Get ready for my sick and demented ass, baby. I am going to love you all down. I see the weight upon your shoulders. Super chat my gross degenerate ass. You know I love you, baby. Sit back, relax, and let me blast. Uncle Curly just needs your body and soul. Ooh, yeah. Let me take care of you. I've got that cotton candy vapor lips, your favorite music on, yeah. Don't you worry about a single thing, from right now until the dawning. You know I love you, baby. Sit back, relax, and take a face blast. Let me take control. Super chat this ass and let me take control. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Just let go. Just let go. Face blast that gross ass. Yeah. Baby, let go. Baby, let go. Baby, let go.
Wow. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, well, we can have a guest. Guests are welcome. But I think we're coming towards the end of tonight's extravaganza.
Even the truly majorly insane have moments of clarity. It is not often, but sometimes they can get it right when they truly know the truth, and it is outwardly communicated outside of the fantasy land in which they live. This is the demented and deranged. A moment of clarity.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole. I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. Even the crazies know he is a nice guy. A sane guy. That Morty, he is a nice guy. The asylum knows that Morty is a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole.
The demented, the deranged, no Morty is a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole. I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point.
I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah, that Morty. Oh, he's a nice guy. Nice guy. The demented, the deranged, no Morty is a nice guy. Even the crazies know. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Yeah, Dave, that sounds terrific. Yeah, we'll minimize any blasting. Terrific.
Even the truly majorly insane have moments.
Yeah, that's the end of today's show. Unless somebody pops up who would like to be in the chat, we'll just play some video, some phenomenal video content, and then close out the show. Thanks, everybody, for watching. But I'll be here.
Moments of clarity. It is not often, but sometimes they can get it right when they truly know the truth, and it is outwardly communicated outside of the fantasy land in which they live. This is the demented and deranged. A moment of clarity.
Oh, I'm going to pause there for a second. What are after shows, Crybaby Saggy Skin? Have you ever thought about doing after shows? What does that mean, doing after shows? Please clarify. Or, explain that for me.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking whole. I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. Even the crazies know he is a nice guy. A sane guy. That Morty, he is a nice guy. The asylum knows that Morty is a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
Hate to interrupt that catchy tune, but Crybaby, after a show, you stop streaming, but people come on to chat. It's a term JJ came up with, I believe. Well, okay, yeah, we can do that on the channel. I'll try that tonight. I'll offer that tonight, I should say. So when I end the show, which will be in a few minutes after this video, 1 or 2 more videos, I will end the show, but I will be available for anyone who wants to do an after show, which is private, off of the live stream. All right, we can try that, Crybaby. Yeah.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking hole.
The demented, the deranged, no Morty is a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. You know, he's a nice guy.
Mental fucking illness is everywhere in this fucking hole. I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
I gotta honestly say, my assessment, I think Crappie's the most normal fucking person out of everybody.
Yeah, that Morty. Oh, he's a nice guy. Nice guy. The demented, the deranged, no more. There is a nice guy. Even the crazies know. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Okay, that's the end of today's show. Let's there we go. All right, I'm going to take care of some stuff around the house here and make some phone calls. I'll hang around for a minute after the show's over. The link is posted if anybody would like to do an after show privately. Okay. And Crybaby, yeah, that would be fantastic. Maybe in a future show. All right. So thanks, everybody. Thank you to the 5 super chatters. Have a good night.